If you feel like yesterday's AI breakthrough is already today's headline, well, you're definitely in the right place.
It's moving incredibly fast, isn't it? The sheer speed and the breadth of what's happening in AI right now is just wow.
Exactly. So today we're doing a deep dive into the very latest. We're talking real-time news, updates, breakthroughs in AI, focusing on mid-June 2025.
Think of it as a snapshot. We've gathered a whole lot of real-time news coverage, tech company updates, that kind of thing.
Right. And our mission here is basically to pull out the most important bits, the really surprising facts, help you understand the big advancements, how industries are adopting this stuff, and the wider impact on society.
All without getting totally overwhelmed, because there is a lot going on.
For sure. Okay, so let's unpack this. We should probably start with the AI models themselves. They're evolving so quickly, getting way more sophisticated, but also maybe more accessible.
That's a good place to start. There's quite a bit happening on the model front.
Okay, first up, Anthropic. There are reports they're planning to transform Claude. The big thing seems to be enabling support for memory and app creation.
Yeah, that's significant. It moves Claude beyond just conversation. Memory means it remembers past interactions, preferences.
Which makes it much more personal. And app creation. We're not just talking for developers, right?
Apparently not. The idea is you could, say, build a custom budget tool or a content calendar using Claude without needing to code. It becomes more of a proactive partner.
Okay. Interesting. And Microsoft's been busy too.
Yes, they just launched Moo. It's what they call a small language model, 330 million parameters.
Which is pretty lean for an LLM designed for.
For running locally on those new Copilot Plus PCs, it was trained on Azure A100 GPUs, fine-tuned in multiple phases.
So more powerful AI directly on your device. Less cloud reliance for certain tasks, maybe?
That seems to be the direction. It opens up possibilities for on-device experiences.
And Google's not sitting still on search, I gather.
Definitely not. They've rolled out an AI mode in India specifically for complex search queries.
Using Gemini.
A customized version of Gemini 2.5, yeah. The goal is to let users ask those longer, sort of layered questions we all try sometimes.
And actually get a nuanced answer without clicking through 10 blue links.
Hopefully. It's about getting richer answers faster.
Okay, switching gears slightly to research. I saw something about D&D LLMs.
Oh, yes. Drag and drop LLMs. This is new research claiming a method to customize large language models in literally seconds.
Seconds. How does that compare to traditional tuning?
It's supposed to be orders of magnitude faster. It works by generating task-specific LoRa adapters. Think of them as small, efficient plugins directly from prompts.
Wow. If that works reliably, it could massively speed up how businesses adapt LLMs for specific jobs.
Right.
Like cutting weeks down to seconds.
Exactly. It could be a real game changer for democratizing AI customization.
Speaking of democratization and collaboration, Google made a move with its agent-to-agent protocol.
They did. They handed it over to the Linux Foundation.
Okay, why is that significant?
Well, it makes the protocol vendor agnostic. It's not just a Google thing anymore. It really opens it up for community collaboration, fostering a more open ecosystem for AI agents to, talk to each other.
So more interoperability down the line, perhaps.
That's the idea. This push for openness is vital, but it also brings up the data side of things.
Right. How are these models being trained? There was that report about Google and YouTube.
Yes, the report suggested Google used YouTube videos to train its VO3 model, and apparently creators weren't aware.
Did YouTube comment?
They confirmed they used a subset of YouTube data for training their models. It definitely throws a spotlight on data transparency, consent.
Crucial issues, especially as AI gets embedded in more places. That conversation isn't going away.
Not at all. It's only going to get louder.
Okay, so that's a good look at the model side. Now, here's where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
Let's pivot to how AI is actually hitting different industries, the partnerships, the real-world stuff.
Absolutely. And what's fascinating, I think, is how quickly this is moving from the lab into, everyday business.
Yep.
It's really starting to reshape operations.
Give us an example. Where are we seeing this?
Okay, well, take animal health, not the first sector you might think of, but Zoetis, a huge player, is partnering with Infosys.
To do what exactly?
To integrate advanced AI solutions. They expect it to improve operational efficiency, sure, but also support their long-term business goals.
So it's not just tweaking things, it's potentially reshaping their whole business model with AI.
It suggests a broader trend, yes. Even non-tech sectors are seeing AI as fundamental.
And what about customer support? That's always ripe for improvement.
Definitely. And ElevenLabs is now powering the voice for Cisco's WebEx AI agent.
Okay, so better voice AI in contact centers.
The aim is to tackle those classic frustrations Cisco found in their research, repeating yourself, useless chatbots, endless hold times.
We've all been there. So AI tackling those pain points directly, that's a clear customer win if it works.
Precisely. Then there's core infrastructure. Vodafone and Scient have launched an AI-powered solution for network management.
Managing telco networks with AI. That sounds complex.
It is. It combines Vodafone's network knowledge with Scient's engineering tech to manage huge networks more efficiently, predict problems, reduce downtime.
Laying the groundwork for more reliable services, basically.
You could say that. And looking further ahead, HCL Tech and AMD are partnering up,
What's their focus?
developing future-ready AI and cloud tools. They're actually co-investing in innovation labs, training programs. It's about building the next wave of infrastructure and skills.
Unlocking new efficiencies and opportunities down the line. Makes sense.
And for big companies, scalability is always the challenge. Salesforce just launched Agentforce 3 with MCP.
MCP being their multi-cloud platform.
And
Agentforce AI agents.
Exactly. They want to tackle AI agent scalability in enterprises. Their quote was, unifying agents, data, apps, and metadata to create a digital labor platform.
A digital labor platform. That sounds ambitious. Integrating everything so AI agents can work effectively at scale.
Seems to be the goal, moving beyond just isolated tools.
Okay. And for marketers. Anything new?
Yes, Adobe is bringing new AI features specifically for performance marketing.
How does that help?
It's designed to help businesses connect their creative vision with actual marketing goals, delivering personalized experiences faster, more efficiently, making marketing smarter.
Got it. And one more on the application front. Public sector.
A significant move there. Ola's Kritrim, their AI venture, acquired Parrot AI
And the goal.
to scale AI solutions for the public sector in India. They plan to use Kritrims, LLMs, and cloud tech, but with a really strong focus on vernacular, accessible AI, serving a broader population.
Making AI work in local languages for government services, maybe? That could be huge for accessibility.
Potentially, yes. It highlights how AI can be tailored to specific societal needs.
It really is spreading everywhere. Okay, so that brings us to the, let's say, human element. What does all this mean for us? For the workforce, for skills, how we learn?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
We're definitely seeing a big push on what people are calling AI fluency. Like, Knowlescape just launched an AI academy in India.
Right, aimed at tech firms, using role-specific simulation-based learning to get people up to speed. Practical skills.
And it's not just AI, is it? I saw ElevenLabs launched an academy too, but for quantum.
Correct. Supporting India's quantum talent. It includes certification, placement help, faculty development. They're emphasizing building centers of excellence too, specialized hubs.
So a recognition that it's not just AI skills we need, but a range of future tech skills.
Absolutely. Quantum, AI, cloud. They're all interconnected in many ways.
And this focus on skills ties into partnerships too, like Coforge linking up with Duke University.
Yeah, to boost Gen AI adoption. What's interesting there is it was driven by research from business school students identifying use cases.
So academia feeding directly into practical industry application.
Exactly. Bridging that gap.
Which inevitably leads to the big jobs debate. Will AI take our jobs?
Always the elephant in the room. We heard from Narayana Murthy recently, a major voice in tech.
What was his take?
He argued that the fear that AI will take away jobs is not right. He sees it as assistance, an augmentation tool. He even mentioned ChatGPT drafted a speech for him in 5 hours.
So the optimist's view, AI as a helper, not a replacement.
That's one strong perspective.
That's one strong perspective.
Let's see the stats. Despite a known skill gap, something like 99% of Indian companies plan to hire for Gen AI roles next year.
99%, that's huge demand.
It is. But at the same time, 75% of organizations right now admit they don't have a proper change management strategy to help their existing employees through these AI transitions.
That's a critical gap. The intention to hire is there, but the support for the current workforce may be lagging. Well, the projection is that the 75% figure will drop to 9% by the end of 2026. So companies seem to recognize the problem and plan to fix it. Still a transition period.
A significant transition. And related to the workforce, though maybe broader tech than just AI, there's that Karnataka proposal to extend work hours.
Right, causing concern in the IT sector. Talk of two-shift systems, potential layoffs.
It's part of the complex picture. And we also saw Intel shuffling leadership ahead of planned July layoffs, part of their larger turnaround efforts. These broader industry shifts affect the environment AI operates in.
Absolutely. It's all interconnected. But amidst the job debates and tool building, AI is also being used for, well, for good. Yeah.
Hopefully. And there are concrete examples.
Like the Gray Parrot AI platform. That sounded interesting.
Yes, that's designed to help track recyclables. We're talking potentially $100 billion worth of materials.
How does AI help with that?
It monitors the waste stream, what gets sorted, what gets recycled correctly, what gets lost. It gives brands real-time data on the post-consumption journey of their packaging.
Wow. So using AI to tackle the massive waste problem, improve sustainability with actual data.
Exactly. It's a very direct, positive application addressing a huge global challenge.
That's genuinely encouraging to hear.
It really is a powerful use case.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground. The rapid evolution of the AI models themselves, making them more capable.
Then the huge spread across industries, partnerships, practical tools changing how businesses operate.
And finally, the impact on people, the workforce shifts, the skills needed, the societal questions, and even these positive applications like Gray Parrot.
It's a whirlwind, really. The pace is just relentless.
It really is. So wrapping this deep dive up, maybe a final thought to leave listeners with.
Well, given this incredible speed of innovation and how AI is weaving itself into, well, everything, work-life interaction, what responsibility do we really have as people learning about this, participating in it? How do we understand and maybe help shape AI's future?
That's a deep question.
And maybe more specifically, after hearing all this, what specific ethical considerations or societal impacts of AI stand out most to you listening right now? Something to mull over, perhaps.